Smooth operator. Let's get us a smoke going. Hello. Good morning. Ugh. How are we? How are we doing? Yeah, it is a little overcast today. It's still hotter than shit though. But yeah, it is a slightly overcast. It probably just means it's going to be hot and humid today, which is wonderful. It's a great combo. But yeah, today I'm just got to get this last show done. And then I've got a week off, and I'm looking forward to that. It's so humid out here, my glasses fog. It's not quite that bad yet here, but it's getting there. That noise is awful. I just ignore it. Like, I'm used to, like, if I'm gonna sit out here, there's gonna be some kind of screaming gas engine thing blowing things around. Just the way it works. Final push of the week, yes. Something happened to your elbow? Oh, yeah, I was moving boxes around. And, well, as you can see, I didn't do a very good job at cleaning up myself after moving the boxes. I had to go rearrange our street stuff today. Like, we did junk pickup last night. I had to go, like, pile it up better this morning. And the boxes are all fucking dusty and shitty. The hum. Yeah. Constant hum of humanity, basically. Something happened to your elbow. Oh, yeah, I just showed you. I already read that one. Tekken week? Maybe. Maybe. Here, let me go wash my arm off, because that's going to bother me. Do I have it over here, too? No, just one dirty arm. Be right back. All right, that's better. Picked up one of those electric scooters today. Yeah. Zoom. Those do look like fun. You listen to drill rap? I do. Oh my God, yeah. Dude, I would love to just go to like the primordial earth before the invention of electricity and shit and just listen to the sounds of it. I bet it was amazing. Now we get this. Somebody's big ass giant truck to tool around in a strip mall with. Imagine the night skies back then. Oh my God, I bet it was ridiculous. I bet it was absolutely fucking ridiculous. So sad. So sad that none of us will ever get to see the Earth at its prime. Just the Earth as it exists with us. All fucked up and noisy. UK or Chicago drill, both. But then you wouldn't be able to make money streaming. Good point. There'd be no internet, huh? Fuck. Yeah, I mean, there are still places on the planet where you can go and be pretty much, not entirely, but pretty much free of like human noise and bullshit, light pollution. But yeah, those places are disappearing from the planet quickly. So you better do it now. Are we having a side vaping conversation? Can we not? Can we tighten it up a little bit? Maybe one day we'll get holodeck technology like in Star Trek, then we can visit the past. Well, you won't be visiting the past, you'll be visiting a facsimile of the past. The world is definitely dying. Yeah. Yeah. It's happening. Congrats. Congrats, we fucked our entire planet over. Sick. We're the most destructive monkeys that ever existed. Awesome. Makes me glad I'm in LA, yeah. Pismo or Yosemite? Pismo. Earth will be fine, humans won't. Well, not just humans. Earth will be fine, just the incredibly delicate and beautiful web of life on it won't. So, yeah, the collapse is going to kill everything. But I see what you mean. If by Earth will be fine, you mean it will exist, yeah. Until the sun goes red dwarf or whatever the fuck, kills blows up the planet. Or whatever. No, doesn't it go like red giant before it goes brown dwarf or whatever the fuck? Anyway, eventually the sun's gonna fucking eat the Earth. How's that? So the Earth is cool till then. But all of the wonderful animals and plants and stuff on it are not. And as far as we know, we're it, you know? Like, I don't know that that's true in terms of universally, but as far as we know, we're it. This is the only place this type of life exists. It's the only type of place where this could exist that we know of, and we're killing it. Brown dwarf, yeah. One of the states of a star that's dying is a brown dwarf. You could be frozen until the last moment of Earth to see the end, would you? No. I'd rather not. The crazy thing is that environmentalism is going to become super radical in the next 20 years. It's something that slowly but surely nobody gives a shit about now, but slowly but surely people are starting to give a shit about it. And in about 20 years, it's going to be unignorable, and there's going to be mass climate action, and it's going to be the #1 political issue, and everybody's going to care and everybody's going to know, but it's going to be too late. The time to act was 20 years ago to stop the collapse that we're seeing, and it's too late. We can't do anything about it now. Let's sit back and watch it. We could stop adding to it, but that's not going to stop it. Goes red giant, then supernova because the sun lost hydrogen in the carbon of the sun. Well, doesn't it, like, after the supernova, though, isn't, like, whatever's left of the core become a brown dwarf? Paul is doomer-pilled. The reality is doomer-pilled. I'm sorry to be one of those guys, but I'm not just, like, making things up. I'm just quoting the scientists that study the climate. In about 20 years, the equatorial belt of the world is going to be uninhabitable to humans and a number of the species that live there, so it's going to functionally be a dead zone. About a third of the Earth's population lives within the equatorial belt as we speak, and so a third of the Earth's population is going to be fleeing north and south to get away from lethal wet bulb temperature. The oceans are dying. Biodiversity in the oceans is down 75%. About 85% of the large ocean fish are dead and will never come back. Yeah. All of that in the next 20 years. So hope you're ready. Hope you're ready for a roller coaster. You want to blow your mind about that? Look up lethal wet bulb temperature. Find out exactly how much humidity and heat a human body can withstand, and then see how long it's going to be till that humidity and heat is year-round on the equatorial belt. Time to check it out. Time to look into it. It'll be the #1 fucking issue. It's over. Now we've sowed the wind. Now it's time to reap the whirlwind. I read a book recently called The Heat Will Kill You First. Definitely recommend, and nobody believes it will happen to them. I don't even know how people are still pretending it's not happening to them, but there are a lot. I'm actually a climate refugee. I moved from Louisiana primarily because I got hit by 3 major hurricanes in the same year. I was in the damage path of 3 hurricanes in the same year. And I decided to come to California. I'm now looking to move out of the area in California that I'm in to Northern California because the heat is killing me. You're about to meet about 3 or 4 million people every year that are doing what I'm doing, fleeing unlivable conditions in what used to be a livable place. Pretty crazy, right? and nobody cares about it. Nobody's taking it seriously. And by the time that everybody starts going, oh my God, why aren't we doing something? It's going to be 30 or 40 years too late. Move to the Midwest. Do me a favor. Amelia showed me this the other day. I want you to look up at an IQ map of the United States. One of those maps that's like color coded for average IQ level per capita. And I want you to take a look at the Midwest and tell me to move there again. You'll like what you find. Average IQ per capita is lower nowhere in the United States but the Deep South and the Midwest. The average IQ in those areas is like 75 or 80. No thanks. There's enough stoopies as it is. No, it's actually just as bad as the South. The Midwest and the South have almost the same level of low IQ. It sounds kind of elitist. It is. I don't want to up the quotient of stupid morons that I live around. I already live around a fuck ton of stupid morons. I don't want to live in a city that has a higher per capita of stupid fucking morons. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the IQ of cops in the Midwest. Like, when I call for help, one of the dumbest people I've ever met is going to show up. No thanks. No thanks. Dismal, awful darkness. Pass. I moved to Pennsylvania from New York, and it's noticeable how much worse the education is here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, I oftentimes think when I'm hating where I live, you know what this place needs? Double the morons. If I could just find a place that was slightly smaller but had double the moron quotient, I could be happy forever. Nope. Trust me, I lived in arguably the most moronic state for 3.5, almost 4 years. Louisiana is arguably the dumbest state in the nation. I think it actually, on paper, has the worst educational system in the nation. I lived there for 4 years. I ran screaming. What's your view on politics and media? Distractions for dumb people. No, I like media. I'm a huge movie buff, a huge book reader, a huge, like I love music. But the media, the news media, is distraction for dumb people. Where do you live? California. City lights. I like music, but the industry is dead. Thank goodness. Fuck the industry. We're living in a time that's going to be looked at as a renaissance for music. Never in human history has it been easier for you to pick up a FL Studio and a decent fucking mic and make your own album. So yeah, fuck the industry. The industry is the reason that the music sucked in the early 2000s. Teach yourself FL Studio, save up for about $800 or $900 worth of fucking microphone equipment, make your own fucking album. Same thing goes for movies, by the way. People are like, oh, the movie industry's dying. Fucking A, good. There has never been a time better than now to write a script, save up some money, invest $10,000 of your own money, rent camera equipment, get a location permit, and shoot a little fucking movie. It's never been easier to do it. You can do the entire production from start to finish your own. Movie distro is still monopolized. Only just. You can distribute your own film now. You can put your own film out there. You can run your own ad campaign, guerrilla style. You can sell your movie to people without Hollywood. And people are doing it every single day and making millions of dollars doing it. I've always wanted to direct a horror film. I want to do a chamber horror movie. There are more like open social media platforms that allow people to post their fucking movies and shit. There are more ways for you to reach people, and it's easier and cheaper for you to make movies or music than it ever has been before. Forever Vader. How do I get rid of my STDs my dog gave me? Gross. Get banned, weirdo. I was married once to a celebrity's daughter. They make money all the time. I've had a hell of a life just making it alive. Waylon Jennings was my ex-father-in-law. Love horror too. Damn, that's crazy. I was a sailor. I was born across the tide. With the sea I did abide. Do you recommend using dating sites? I don't have any recommendations about dating. I've never used a dating site. I'm not trying to like brag, but I've never had problems finding a partner. I've never felt like I needed to like go do speed dating or like join a fucking dating site or anything like that. I just have never had an issue with that. And so I don't know if they work. From what people tell me, they don't. From what people, and it makes sense to me that they don't too, to be honest with you. It makes complete sense to me that they don't work. Just use Riz. Yeah. The Rizzard. Yeah. I mean, it's just true. I mean, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to like thump my chest or nothing, but looking the way I look, I've never had problems dating up. I'm always with somebody that's out of my league. Always. You're a Rizzard. What are your views on mathematical algorithms that can read future events? Hypothesis. The world is filled with patterns. The spiral in your DNA, the spiral in a water droplet. Conclusion. Everything is mathematics, including the stock market. Hypothesis. What if an algorithm could be created that could predict the movements of the stock market within the system? You guys ever seen the movie Pi by Darren Aronofsky? If you haven't seen it, I recommend you go watch it right now. Stop watching me and go watch Pi. P-I, not P-I-E. But that's the question you're asking. Pi is about that. It's about a man who believes that mathematics can predict the future, and he drives himself slightly insane, completely insane, I guess you would say, trying. The soundtrack is also busted, yes. It's a great film. You won't be sad you watched it. And Darren Aronofsky is a genius. Thought you meant Life of Pi about the tiger? No, just straight Pi, P-I. In fact, the movie, the thing just has the symbol for pi. Like, that's the cover, the case of the movie. How does it compare to American Pie? They're really not the same movies. One of them is very, like, not unfunny and kind of like early 2000s sex comedy, and the other one's like a really, really interesting black and white paranoia film. Mother is great, yeah. Mother blew my mind. I need to watch Mother again. I haven't seen The Whale yet. I need to see The Whale. I don't really care about Darren Aronofsky's Christianity or his proclivities or anything. He's a fucking genius. Welcome to Directors 101. They put their proclivities and their beliefs into their work. They make their arguments through their work. And it's beautiful. Got any mind-altering book recs that are non-fiction? Sure. Here's a couple. Non-fiction. I would say if you're interested at all in history, specifically Roman history, SPQR by Mary Beard is one of my favorite historical books. Also, A People's History of the United States. If you haven't read that by Howard Zinn, A People's History of the United States of America, that is definitely fits the bill for an eye-opening book. Manufacturing Consent is another great one. That's, Noam Chomsky's masterwork. Paul, why do you avoid foreign movies? I don't avoid foreign movies, but I'm just not as up to date on foreign films as I am American films. I'm an American, and the American movie industry raised me along with my parents. So I'm very, like, my tastes in films tend to be a little American. Guns, Germs, and Steel, yeah. I've not seen Mad God, no. But yeah, my latest movie recommendation, if you want to talk movies, is Abigail, a vampire movie that came out recently that I watched just out of boredom and ended up loving. I ended up loving that movie. Not like over the moon, like, oh shit, best movie ever, but damn, that was a fun-ass vampire romp, gory, funny, scary movie. It was good. It was really good. And I was not expecting it to be good. So that's my latest movie recommendation. Thought you meant the Abigail movies about the haunted doll. No, just Abigail. Isn't that doll named something else? Doesn't that doll have a different name, or is it named Abigail too? I don't know. I haven't seen those doll movies. Oh, I saw one of them, Annabelle. Yeah, Annabelle, yeah. I think I watched the first Annabelle and that's it. Worst popular actor, director, in your opinion? Director? I mean, I gotta be honest with you, dude. I fucking hate Zack Snyder. So can it be Zack Snyder? Actor? Oh my god, I fucking hate him. The dude that plays Deadpool. That fucking guy. Ryan Reynolds. Ah. I am so sick of his fucking attitude. He just plays Ryan Reynolds in every movie. And I'm so sick of Ryan Reynolds. I just want to choke him to death. Paul Rudd is another one. He's up there. He's up there. But I can't fucking stand Ryan Reynolds. And I can't stand Zack Snyder. So those are my choices. Both of them need to be forcibly retired. Okay, they need to be forced out of the movie business. Go and enjoy your millions. Okay? Yeah, very true. He's awful. Didn't he play in the movie where he's in a casket and dies at the end? I don't know. I just can't stand him. Is Ryan Reynolds a character actor? No. Ryan Reynolds is a bog standard actor. Yeah, less range than Marky Mark, dude. He did. It was called Buried. Oh no. Yeah, I'd rather not. Nah, Chris Pratt can be okay. I can handle Chris Pratt. He is in every goddamn thing, but whatever. I can at least, he's alright. I feel like if I could chill with Chris Pratt, but I feel like I would be annoyed immediately hanging out with Ryan Reynolds. I feel like I would get annoyed within 15 fucking flat seconds. I'd be pissed. You in Arizona? No, I'm in California. Yeah, Chris Pratt is a super Christian guy. Or so I think. I don't know for sure. I need dollars, dollars, dollars are what I need. Hey, hey, I need dollars, dollars. Chris Hemsworth kind of does the same character, but I like the movie Rush with him. Yeah. I'm just sick to death of fucking Ryan Reynolds, and I think he's going to be around for fucking ever. Are jobs bad in California? Yeah, kind of. I mean, like, I talk about Cali a lot because people ask me about it a lot. One of the things I always tell people is that Cali is totally fucking great if you're a hustler. I don't know anybody that has made it in Cali and lives in Cali, anywhere in Cali, that doesn't have at least a side gig or their own business, right? If you're a hustler, you can make it in California and be really comfortable, and it's a beautiful state. If you're a person that just wants to like work a 9 to 5 and live, it's probably not the best place to come, dude. It really isn't. If you just want to like find a decent paying job and work it and raise a little family or something, if that's like where your priorities are, I don't think Cali is for you. And in fact, a lot of the people that are like moving out of California are people that moved to California with the wrong picture in their head. We joke about it here. I'm a California native, and so we joke about how California is kind of bulletproof. People bounce off of it constantly. They come here thinking one thing, and when they find out how hard they have to work to make it in that thing, and how little it resembles what they thought it was, it's like a boomerang. Right back to Kansas with your ass. Right back to Texas. What state would you recommend if you want to live in the woods? Washington State's beautiful woods. Montana, maybe. I like northern woods. I like the coniferous forests more than deciduous. So I would say like somewhere in the northwest of California or the central north. Lots of forest. Back east too, like West Virginia. Lived near Morgantown, West Virginia. You dated a girl from La Jolla. That's cool. What's the OB? OB Obispo? Talking about San Luis Obispo? I'm not familiar with the OB. Or you mean the OC? Talk about Orange County? Ocean Beach. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, La Jolla is beautiful. Leo Correa is up by La Jolla. Subscribed. Do you trust Elon Musk's Starlink? Yes. I will get it eventually when it becomes ubiquitous, but for now, I don't have it. But yeah, I'd get Starlink. I think the proof is in the pudding, right? I saw a gay-ass license plate the other day that said, "Don't California my Texas." Don't understand why someone feels the need to rep that phrase. I don't know, dude. Don't tell me. I've seen ads and billboards everywhere in Kansas. For what? Oh, Starlink? Yeah. I'd get it if I were you, man. I want to try it out. I think it's neat. I think it's neat. I wants to try it. I can vouch for Starlink. It is ubiquitous. I can turn on my propane generator anywhere in the world and get 60 milliseconds in video game. Damn. Damn, son. Starlink. I thought you meant like the brain chip. No, that's Neuralink. Did you guys see that dude? I don't know if it's true or not, but did you guys see that dude that went on Rogan? He's like the first Neuralink guy. And he claims that it like makes him pretty unbeatable at video games. It gives him like an aimbot in video games. Like I have no clue if that's just bullshit or hype or what, or if it's true. But he claims that it's like having hacks. It's like, he claims that it makes playing a video game feel less like reacting quickly and more like living. Like, so when you take a step, you don't think, I'm going to take a step, I'm going to take another. You just kind of go. And he was saying that playing video games is like that with Neuralink. Zero input delay, right? Zero reaction delay. It's like immediate snap up, on target. So it's kind of cool if true, you know. I don't know. It's probably just hype. Stinks like a work, maybe. But what if not, though? What if not a work? Had a Tesla. It was too expensive. Sold it for a Honda. Yeah, I wouldn't get a Tesla. Butterfly doors go up on the Tesla. The funny thing about that Little Pump song is Teslas do not have butterfly doors. They have gull wing doors. Gull wing doors go up on the Tesla. Doesn't sound as good. Low IQ pump, I know. Little IQ pump. I saw Lil Pump on Twitter yesterday saying he was going to beat up that woman that the right wing is trying to pretend is a man. So if I catch that dude in public, he's going to get these hands. It's like, Lil Pump, aren't you like 5'2"? You might want to shut the fuck up, Lil Pump. It would be funny if that chick was like, I'm down. Where you want the smoke? And whooped his ass. That'd be great. Who's the bigger meme, 69 or Pump? I haven't heard shit about Tekashi in a long time, so I'm gonna guess Pump. I feel like Tekashi just kind of like fell off, took his millions, and just like, I'm just gonna be a millionaire now. I don't hear nothing about Tekashi 69 anymore. Lil 2 Pump Chump. Isn't he a predator? I have no clue. I've heard you say in the past that you would, but would you still be down to be a cyborg, be upgraded to the cloud? Yes, yes, yes. Give me my cyber spine. You look like Jesus. Jesus, if he didn't eschew the sin of gluttony. Damn, you just fucked up, bro. You got 2 fucking burnt pieces of pizza. That's sad shit, bro. I'm sorry. Who was the rapper that got shot in Florida? I think you might have to narrow it down, homie. I think there's like 10 of those. Well, I like my pizza well done, but not burnt. You know, well done. Like I like an extra well done bake, but not burnt. XXX. Okay. What about XXX? Get a haircut, hippie. Cope and seethe, fucking brokey. Mauled about it harder, bitch. Once I figured out, I remember a couple of shows ago, I was like, dude, I wonder how many people that come in and are like, get a haircut, are just dudes that balded in like their teens. And it started to make me feel bad for the little fellas instead of mad at them for telling me how to handle my own business. I started to feel bad for them. Like, I'm probably like a walking reminder of how bald they are, and it's kind of sad. I don't mean to be. I won the genetic lottery, dude. You dope smoking hippie, get out of my face. Get out of my face. And I said to myself, oh Lord, what a beautiful, beautiful world. I don't ever want to leave. Don't want to leave too soon. Rip wide open. Whoa. You should happen to see me in the corner of your mind. Drop a coin in my mouth and see if I'm of a humankind. Temporary lapse of memory is what I suffer from. Drop a coin in my mouth and see if I fly to the kingdom come. You don't want to wait. Yeah, Morgan is the best singer I've ever met. The most naturally talented human being I ever met was Morgan. Morgan, my friend Morgan from high school, was like a legit quadruple threat. He could play any instrument you threw in front of him intuitively. He could sing like a fucking angel. He was a talented actor and a writer. It's just like boom, 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 boom. Just like, oh, I've got all the talent. Just like the craziest guy to be friends with. He was just like a little creative oven, man, when we were kids. Are you taking a request? I don't know any Gordon Lightfoot, so no, I'm not taking that request. Yeah, I know Gordon Lightfoot. I just don't know the songs well enough to sing them. What is he doing now? Living a pretty fucking normal life. Lives up in the mountains. I think he's married. I think he works for Whole Foods, I want to say, last time I checked. He's doing fine. Not doing what I thought he'd be doing, but neither am I. You know? Get the band back together. We're spread all over, man. We're all over the United States now. I think Morgan and I are probably the closest together. But the other two members of the band, they're all over the fucking place. They got families. They got shit going on in their lives. It's like, it ain't gonna happen, man. I'd love that. I would love to get that band back together, but what are you gonna do? Maybe just you and Morgan then. That would be fun. I'd love to do that. You listen to bluegrass? Some, yeah. My parents are super into bluegrass, my mom and stepdad. So I listen to a lot with them, but then I don't know who I'm listening to. I enjoy the vibes, but I'm not going to lie to you and tell you I'm a huge bluegrass fan. Does time eventually heal all wounds? No. No. But time does allow you to deal with wounds. Some wounds time will heal, others stay open and raw your whole life, but you learn how to deal with them and cope with them and maneuver around them. You look like you could control fire. I wish I could. That would be fucking awesome. Haven't heard the new Manson single. TJ sent it to me in text last night, but it was late and I just didn't listen to it. I'll listen to it today. He says it's pretty good. Would you rather live with a cat lady or a dog lady? I don't fucking know, man. I guess a cat lady. Can you explain who the hell Tom Bombadil is? Yeah, he's like the spirit of nature. He's like nature. So like the most powerful creature or the most powerful single character in The Lord of the Rings is Tom Bombadil. He is the personification of nature. I listened to it early. It was mid as fuck, as the kids say. Oh, darn. Darn, it's mid. Oh no. Mid AF. Oh no. He had no reason to be concerned about it. I know, dude. People are wild with the smoking shit. Oh, please quit smoking. It's like, fucking shut up, bro. I'm 44 years old. I'm old enough to be some of your daddies' daddies. Shut up. There's not a single thing that you could elucidate me on. Nothing. Unless it's like a book you've read and I haven't read. You could elucidate. But I'm talking about life. It's not a single fucking piece of advice you're going to give me that's going to make me go, I've been doing it on my own my whole fucking life. I'm not finna stop. People are wild, bro. I said most powerful being in the Lord of the Rings, or on Middle Earth. Esu Iluvatar from the Silmarillion is not on Earth. It's not on Middle Earth. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Yes. I guess that's true. You could beat Tom Bombadil. Go do it, bitch. Don't just talk about it, do it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Did you guys see that clip from Kamala's rally where she was bragging about how much tougher she's going to be on the border than Donald Trump, and she used a Quavo quote? You guys remember that? Did you guys see that? Donald Trump bragged about how fucking authoritarian his border was, and instead of like taking the leftist position, she stood up and was like, Donald Trump says he's tough on the border, but the Biden administration is. Like my friend Quavo says, Donald Trump doesn't walk it like he talks it. Do not come. Do not come. Who will be her VP? I have no fucking clue. A lot of people are saying it's going to be Josh Shapiro. I guess there's insider information that that's the way it's leaning. I know very little about the guy other than that pick is probably indicative of a strategy. Kamala, I believe, is saying if she does pick Shapiro, I believe she's saying Michigan doesn't matter. We're just going to go ahead and like hope we get Michigan, but we're not going to spend much time or money trying to get it. So I think they're going, if they choose Shapiro, it means they're choosing a strategy that just fucks Michigan. Because Josh Shapiro is a giant Israel simp. So I think she's thinking she can win other Rust Belt states and battleground states and focus on that. And, well, no Michigan. The most critical of Israel, has he called for an immediate ceasefire and a cessation of fucking warfare and immediate normalization of relations between Israel and Palestine and a two-state solution or a one-state solution? Or has he wagged his finger at the administration but never showed up when it was like, what's Shapiro? You elucidate me, since you seem to know more than I do. It's like I said, I don't really know much about Shapiro. What's his stance on Israel? Is he for the calling of an immediate permanent ceasefire? Or is he one of the finger waggers that says things but just allows it, continues to ship Israel its weapons? Waiting on you, Bolo Tie. I want to know what is his critique of Israel and what has it amounted to in his voting record. He held his hands on his hips and shook his head in disapproval. Oh shit, never mind. I take it all back. I take it all back, bro. Who do you think will have the bigger police state, Kamala or Trump? You don't get to choose anymore. It's all police state all the time. Yeah. Well, you got to come over here and get one. I got a freebie for you, but you're going to have to come and collect. RFK Jr. No. No, he isn't great on Israel. He's just the only one of the three candidates that has criticized Israel. He doesn't hold my opinion, which is for a one-state solution. Does he hold the opinion to stop the slaughter now, immediately permanent ceasefire, normalization of relations, or no? Does he back immediate cessation of weapons shipments and support to Israel if they continue the slaughter? No. Okay. Then they're going to lose Michigan. Well, anyone on the list that we've been given that she picks will lose Michigan. Yeah. There are a couple of picks I think she could probably make. Might be able to carry Michigan, but she's not going to do that. I think oil will be dried up in 50-some years. That's probably not true, but we passed peak oil in 2010, I believe. Peak oil being the absolute maximum barrels today, a day that can be produced globally. We touched peak oil in 2010 for the first time. And the theory behind that is no matter how much exploration we do, there's a finite amount of this condensed biological material, and we are on the downslope. you say Jesus, it gets removed. I don't have any fucking control over what YouTube fucking lets you say or not, but I see people type Jesus in my chat all the time. So you must have typed something else. You think that might change after the Arctic is fully thawed? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, just like empty, fruitless preaching gets removed, for sure. Like, go do something in the real world. Go walk in the fucking footsteps of Jesus. Don't be like camping my fucking shit. Go be a fucking Christian. The Middle East feuding frightens the hell out of me. That whole desert will be totally unlivable in like 20 years. A real humanitarian climate crisis will absolutely dwarf anything Israel could do. Yeah. No, I know. One of the reasons why our constant fucking assistance to Israel and its warmongering and bullshit is that it stirs up a region of the world that could be ground zero for World War III. It's a destabilized region. It's a region of many different fucking political alliances and very, very like ancient politics mixed in with modern politics. And we're living in a multipolar world now, or we're on the cusp of it. And, China and Russia and BRICS in general is ascendant. And those places are vying for influence in the Middle East. And it could be ground zero for fucking World War III. If you were to move out of the USA, would you feel like a traitor? No. I don't necessarily, I would feel like a traitor, but I would, if I moved out of the United States, probably stop my advocacy for United States politics and shit. I've seen how quickly you get behind the fucking 8-ball on shit like that, and I don't want to be that guy. So. What? You will not find a more wretched hide of conflict and villainy in the whole world. If I couldn't live in the U.S., I'd pick Switzerland. They got it figured out. They got it figured out how to hide Nazi gold. You still have to pay the U.S. taxes and vote even if you move, unless you renounce your citizenship. If you renounce your citizenship, you become a citizen of another country, and you're no longer beholden to U.S. tax law. Nazi gold? Yeah. Yeah, the Swiss were integral in helping Nazi captains of industry hide their wealth from the court process. You should look into it. Their status as truly neutral in a wider European conflict allowed them to profit from both sides of the war massively. So Switzerland may have it figured out in terms of aesthetic beauty, but it's not a great place. Don't you think that's just being smart, though? Sure. Play both sides? Sure. I'm just not a capitalist, so I don't celebrate people fucking people over for money. But yeah, in a capitalist world, was it smart to help Nazis hide things that they'd stolen and keep their wealth? Yeah, super smart. Yep. If you're a rich fuck, Switzerland is one of the fucking best places to hide your ill-gotten gains and the stolen wages that you've extracted from your company. That was 80 years ago, and they're still helping the people that are raping the world hide their millions and billions. To this day. Right now, Swiss banks are helping some billionaire in fucking America hide their tax liability. Congrats, you just played yourself, moron. Good correction, though. That was 80 years ago. Yeah, they never stopped, dummy. That's the point. They're still hiding the money for strong men, billionaires, the people raping the world, so that they can steal wages and steal tax burden and place the tax burden on the people that actually work for their money. Oopsie daisy. Somebody feels dumb now. It's okay, though. Because you won't, hopefully you'll learn and you won't be dumb again. I'm not talking about you, my opinion. I'm talking about the other guy that was like, hey, it was 80 years ago. Feels kind of dumb. Which is why the society is collapsing. Yeah. Ireland does the same thing with their corporate tax policy. Yep. There's a thing called the Ring of Fire or something. It was exposed in the Panama Papers. So there's a tax liability scheme that, as far as I know, is still available. I can't remember all the stops, but you set up a subsidiary of your corporation in Ireland. You move your corporate headquarters there. Then you set up a subsidiary in Poland. And then you set up a subsidiary in Spain. And then you set up a banking relationship with that new corporate entity in the Cayman Islands. And the end result is you funnel most of your money through this loop and you pay zero taxes. Yeah. Unfortunately, a French Revolution style change isn't as feasible these days. It's every bit as feasible. Every bit. You think they can stop 100 million people? You think there'll be anything left of a country for them to fucking rule over if they decide they're going to exterminate 100 million rebels? If the people rise up, there's more of us now than there ever were in France. And we've got more fucking ways of getting at people in power than they ever did in France. So it's more feasible now. Let's be fucking real about it. It's not something we can talk about in detail or at length, but let's be fucking real. But people have got to be convinced. And it's my mind that people aren't going to be convinced until the grocery store doesn't have food. And then it's going to be too late to organize something and it's going to be chaos. And instead of helping one another, we're going to eat one another. But make no bones about it. If we started now, started building that now, it's more feasible. That's what kicked it off in France. People didn't have bread. In France, bread used to be ubiquitous, and the royalty made sure that bread was ubiquitous. The royalty allowed speculators to fuck with the grain market in France to the point where it collapsed. People couldn't get bread, and they chopped the king and the queen's fucking head off, along with their counselors and a bunch of other fucking royalists and loyalists. Yeah. So it's not going to happen until there's no bread at the grocery store. And that's not going to happen for another 30, 40 years. The revolution will not be televised. This is just a conspiracy, not reality, huh? Liberté, égalité, fraternité.